Hey, so in this video I'll be drawing Spider-Man. This is still a David Finch study. Um, but as the title suggests, I did Spider-Man because my friend told me to do it. Brand new day just came out and might do something with the algo. I just like whatever. I don't really care for it. It helps that I really love Spider-Man. He's my favorite superhero of all time, and I think the first superhero that I was ever introduced to. I know it was the first one that marked me as a child. So, of all the comics that I had drawn as a kid, I'd done Batman, I'd done my own original um, stuff, but wore my influence on my sleeve. But Spider-Man was the one I'd always gravitate towards the most, and most recently I've been feeling inspired to do a retelling of Spider-Man. But continuing with this drawing, it's in reference to a David Finch drawing, of course, because as I mentioned, it's a study of David Finch, and it's his style, which I like. He's a detailed kind of artist, and it can be tedious, but there's some things that I discovered doing this drawing. Some of the things that were different to the original drawing is that my drawing is less foreshortened, and it's not intentional, but I chose to lean into it, and only because I took longer than I desired to finish this drawing. And what I mean by that is I had to do it in multiple sessions, about 30 minutes each, because in this stage of my life, for some reason, I'm struggling to wake up early in the morning, and I only have 30 minutes until my wife and daughters wake up, specifically the daughters that influence the wake up time. And so I had to make the most of the time that I have in the morning. But there was a portion of the day yesterday was when I was able to do it during the day, so I was happy about that. And so because of this, I didn't want to take forever to do this drawing. It wasn't meant to be this big portfolio trying to impress in one project. I just wanted to study the style of David Finch, but per my friend's suggestion, do it with Spider-Man. And in hindsight, I'm glad that it was him. I'm gonna do Wolverine next though. I like the way David Finch draws Wolverine more than he draws Spider-Man, but this was still nice to do. I'm adding more detail, but I'm still in kind of like a first pass. Maybe let's say this is a second-ish, and I'm adding just a bit more detail. Some of the web lines, like the ones that go, let me say, vertically, like throughout his body, and not the connecting lines to each strand. And then I'm gonna erase this work that I've done and proceed to add much more finer detail. There are things I would have changed slightly in hindsight, such as how big the left leg is compared to how it should be positioned. And I think that's the challenge about drawing from reference, is not so much that you are given a roadmap or you are given something to look at to draw and match that style, but because it's done in such an intentional way, you can start to either overthink the process or feel like if it doesn't look exactly as the drawing I'm seeing, then I'm not doing it right. And yet, without any reference, per the feedback of some of the people in my life, and I even know this for myself, it's not a bad looking drawing. And that's why it's important for to learn basic anatomy and learn some of gesture drawing and improving your line quality, even learning about foreshortening, just enough to do something confidently. This is not a timid drawing because I didn't feel timid at all, but it is one that isn't perfect, and I would have done certain things differently. And that's the point of a study. The study is not a copy, it is an interpretation. It is you putting to the page what you understand about what you're seeing. So, hope that encourages anyone who feels like they don't do good studies. I mean, some things that help are paying attention to the way, the artist adds texture, like David Finch adds texture in certain areas, like the folds of clothes. He did that even with this suit, Spider-Man suit, and I incorporated a bit of that, but I didn't spend too much time on it because, again, time and limitation. And it says something about a person's ability working within a tight deadline to be able to produce that kind of work. I know getting faster at drawing is something that takes time, because it's really just doing it so much to the point that what used to take a long time to do since you were learning it and it was new to you becomes almost second nature. And so you're not spending much of your conscious brain power on what you're doing. You've done it so many times that you're not even really thinking about it. And it doesn't mean you won't ever have to use reference or come across challenges, but most of what you're learning, which is new right now, is one day not gonna be so challenging or huge or intimidating is the right word. So as you can see, the lighting's changing because the days are passing. This was really such a stretching for me. I generally like finishing drawings in one go, but in this period of time, in my inability to wake up so early, I've learned a few things, just like it says in scripture to be faithful with little. Like, he who's faithful with little, shall he not also be faithful with much? And I got used to having an abundant amount of time, and it wasn't without sacrifice. I mean, that abundant time came from waking up earlier than I needed to. This isn't my day job, and I still have work to do. But yeah, I had that abundance of time, and now it's been reduced. And the question then becomes, am I going to wait for those periods of time where I only have long sessions to then start drawing, or am I gonna make the most of the time that I have? And that's been the lesson. And there is something to taking your time to finishing a drawing, which was really cool, because it allowed me to give just a bit more care to certain elements of the drawing, like the web lines, the shadow lines, because it wasn't me going through the whole thing in one go. So there was like a refreshing, there was a coming back to it with fresher eyes and a fresher mind, and also allowed me to see a few mistakes that I was able to correct. One thing that I've noticed is important about drawing in general is how you have to get the foundation right of the drawing, like the figure, the pose, in that first pass, that rough sketch, because your brain, whether you like it or not, even after erasing, is going to lean towards the path that you've already placed on the ground. And so if that's not looking good, it's highly likely that you won't be able to correct those as you continue. And there's no amount of detail that's gonna hide something that doesn't look that good at its core. So now I'm finishing up, and something else that I wanted to point out here is just the use of shadows that David Finch does. I learned about lighting heads at the very least in his course on Skillshare, which is really good. I'd recommend it. And I learned a bit of shading. I'm going to continue that. And what I see here is just like understand where the direction of light is coming from, basically above Spider-Man, and then it also helps me understand why he used the shadows the way that he did, and obviously his knowledge of anatomy allows him to light up Spidey's legs and his thighs the way that he does. And I know he takes creative liberties here and there, but it's nothing that you know is too out of reality, or in contradiction to it. And thinking about, tedium, how long it takes, it's funny that Spider-Man is my favorite hero, but he takes a while to draw him, and sometimes that's what makes me not want to draw him, is because of the detail on his suit, or even like the spaghetti lines. But it was fun to do. It was fun to challenge myself and just, go beyond my comfort zone and put off a drawing that I'm really happy with. And so that's just a reminder not to stay in the safe zone, stay in your comfort zone, and challenge yourself to do more, because I wouldn't have been able to do this. So I'm looking forward to the next David Finch study. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more, if you'd like me to ink the drawing, let me know. If not, it's been it. I'm looking forward to the next one, and I hope you are too. And I hope you gained something valuable from this video. Until the next time, take care.